Hello my dear students, welcome to my channel Study of Philosophy. In this video, I am going to explain the second part of the Unit 1 of H.S. 2nd year Logic and Philosophy. As you can see on the screen, in this part I shall explain Inductive Leap, Induction Proper, Induction Improperly so-called, Scientific Induction and Unscientific Induction. So let's get started. In my first video, that is the part 1, I have already explained about what is induction and its general characteristics. So what is the aim of induction? The aim of induction is to establish a general proposition on the ground of observation of particular facts. Thus, in an induction, what we do, we are to jump from particular to general, from some to all. This jump is called inductive leap, and this inductive leap is the very essence of induction. So now I shall discuss about the different kinds of induction. What are the different kinds of induction? So on the basis of the presence of inductive leap, induction, it is broadly classified into two kinds. Number 1, induction proper. Number 2, induction improperly so-called. So what is induction proper? Induction proper is that in which there is inductive leap, that is, in which a general proposition is established on the basis of observation of particular facts. Secondly, what is induction improperly so-called? Induction improperly so-called is that in which there is no inductive leap, that is, in which a general proposition is not established on the basis of observation of particular facts. So, what is the difference between a induction proper and induction improperly so-called? That is, the difference between induction proper and induction improperly so-called is that in induction proper there is inductive leap. On the other hand, in induction improperly so-called, there is no inductive leap. As you can see on the flow chart, induction is broadly classified into two kinds. One is induction proper and the other is induction improperly so-called. Induction proper is again divided into three kinds: scientific induction, unscientific induction and analogy. Again, induction improperly so-called, it is classified into three kinds: perfect induction, induction by parity of reasoning and colligation of facts. So what is scientific induction? Scientific induction is the establishment of a general real proposition based on the observation of particular instances and in reliance on the principle of uniformity of nature and the law of causation. For example, all men are mortal. It is an example of scientific induction because it is a general real proposition. So, if we analyze the definition of scientific induction, then we find certain characteristics of it. Number 1, scientific induction establishes a general real proposition. That means the proposition that as scientific induction establishes, it is a general proposition. Scientific induction establishes a proposition, it is not an idea or concept, and that proposition is a general proposition. Again, that general proposition, it must be a real proposition.
So what is a real proposition? A real proposition is one in which the predicate goes beyond the connotation of the subject and gives us some new information about it. Thus, we find that the aim of scientific induction is to establish a general real proposition. Secondly, scientific induction is based on observation of particular instances. So, one of the basic characteristics of induction is that its conclusion must be formally and materially true. So, to establish a materially true general proposition, scientific induction depends on observation of particular instances or observation of facts. That observation is of two kinds. One is simple observation and the other is experiment. Thirdly, in scientific induction, there is an inductive leap or hazard. So, the aim of scientific induction is what? The aim of scientific induction is to establish a general real proposition. So, to establish that general proposition, it has to jump from the observed cases to the unobserved cases, from the known to the unknown, from particular to general proposition. So, this jump from the known to the unknown, from particular to general or sum to all, it is called an inductive leap. So, this inductive leap, it is not an ordinary one. So, it is a leap in the dark. So, in this passage, that means it from particular to general proposition or from known to the unknown involves some hazard or risk. So, the inductive leap is also known as inductive hazard. Fourthly, scientific induction relies on the principle of uniformity of nature and the law of causation. So, to remove the difficulty of inductive leap or inductive hazard, scientific induction, it depends on two presuppositions. One is the principle of uniformity of nature and the other is the law of causation. So, these two principles, that is the uniformity of nature and the law of causation, are known as the formal ground of induction. We shall discuss about it in the unit 2 of the Logic and Philosophy book. So, the third that is the last characteristics of scientific induction is that the conclusion of scientific induction is regarded as certain, as it is based on causal connection. That means it depends on the law of causation. It wants to establish a causal connection between the subject and the predicate. Therefore, the conclusion of scientific induction, it is regarded as certain as it is based on causal connection. Now, I will explain about unscientific induction. Unscientific induction or induction per simple enumeration is the establishment of a general real proposition on the basis of mere uncontradicted experience without any attempt at establishing a causal connection. For example, all crows are black. If we analyze the definition of unscientific induction, then we find certain characteristics of it. Number one, unscientific induction is the establishment of a general real proposition. That means it establishes a general real proposition. Secondly, Unscientific induction is based on observation of particular facts of experience. Thirdly, in unscientific induction, there is an inductive leap. That means there is a jump from some to all. In unscientific induction, the generalization is made on the basis of mere uncontradicted experience. So, we have to know what is mere uncontradicted experience. So, by observing a large number of particular instances and finding no other contrary instances, unscientific induction establishes a general real proposition. Thus, uncontradicted experience is the ground of unscientific induction. If we take the example of all crows are black, we have seen a large number of crows and found that all of them are black. We have not come across a single crow of any other color except black. So, our experience about the black color of crows remains uncontradicted until now. And on the basis of this uncontradicted experience, we arrive at the general proposition that all crows are black. And another characteristics of unscientific induction is that it is not based on the law of causation. And lastly, the conclusion of unscientific induction is always probable, as it is not based on the causal connection. So that's all for today, students. If you have any queries about the topic discussed, do leave a comment in the comment section. And please don't forget to subscribe my channel and click the bell icon so that you get a notification whenever I upload a new video.